All right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Double honor to my elder as well, Ahar bin Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. Salutations to the 144,000 hopeful elect, pushing this truth across the four winds, and to the 1/3 remnant believers in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, shalom. Double honor to the elect elders of Israel who rule well, man. The ones who got the Spirit of the Lord on them. But ultimately, there's going to be a quick lesson about charity, and giving to brothers and helping brothers. Let me get straight into it. Acts chapter 20 and verse 35. I have showed you all things, how that so laboring ye ought to support the weak, and to remember the words of our Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach, how he said, it is more blessed to give than to receive. So man. So we labor for the weak. We give our brothers and sisters in this truth. We constantly preach and teach and edify, build our brothers up, and try our best to lead them to the Father and Son, Yahweh Bashim Shah. But ultimately, it is more blessed to give than to receive. So we giving brothers this truth, and we teaching and we preaching. But ultimately, we storing our riches in heaven. The Lord, he sees all. And ultimately, we're going to receive crowns, and he's paying us back for all our laboring. But it is more blessed to give than to receive. It go past just, giving them the truth sometimes. Have to physically, a brother might need something. You have to physically, one brother might have less and another brother might have more. Brothers come together and we break bread with our brothers. You know what I'm saying? We build brothers up, and we help brothers when they need it, or whatever the case may be. And ultimately the Lord see it, and he gonna give us twice as much more than we had the first time if you do it in meekness and sincerity. 2 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 7. Let's see, 2 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 7. But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly, and he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully. Every man according as he purposeth in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for Yahweh love a cheerful giver. So man, the Lord, he loves a cheerful giver, man. He loves to see, brothers breaking bread with other brothers and brothers helping each other out, out of the goodness of their heart, and mainly because we have the Spirit of the Lord on us to do so. Not out here acting and faking, being fake brothers. A brother asks you for something, you get to lying and acting like you don't got it, or whatever the case may be, because you're trying to store riches on this side, man. And the Lord didn't set us up to do that. The Lord, he said he loves a cheerful giver, and it's better to give than to receive. So most brothers, they have the spirit to prophesy. Most brothers, they have the spirit to teach and edify. Most brothers have the spirit to rebuke. You got other brothers that got different offices and different lots. The body is many, but we all one body. You know what I'm saying? Other brothers just got a heavy spirit to help. We got a brother that come up to our camp, a new brother in the faith. And he got a heavy spirit of giving on him. And he always, bearing gifts as water, such as water and stuff, and bringing sandwiches to the camp, to make sure that the brothers fed and hydrated while we out there laboring for the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, fishing for his elect, ultimately. But when we come in this thing, man, when we give in truth and sincerity. We don't give, just to tempt the Lord or, come make the Lord come about his pockets. Ultimately, it's to receive a crown, because we know that the Lord gonna pay us back for everything, and everything here is gonna, everything here is gonna burn ultimately. Salakia, I ain't want that. Con. Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 17. Make this. He that hath pity upon the poor lendeth unto the Lord, and that which he giveth will he pay him again. So come, man. If you have pity upon the poor, you ain't lending to the poor, you lending to the Lord. And that which he have given will he pay him again. I always think about the story in Tobit, when the angel came and the angel was walking with him the whole time, and there's a lot of stuff like that happen, to brothers and me myself. Or sometimes you feel like, man, that's an angel. An angel made that happen. Or an angel finna, take the money that I gave him and go give it to another brother or something that the Lord, using the money for whatever the purpose the Lord has to use the money for. And that's how I see it most time. If, the Lord, put it on a spirit to give to somebody or to help somebody, or if the Lord put it on another brother's spirit to give to somebody and to help somebody, ultimately the Lord, he's doing it to fulfill his purposes, and make sure that his sheep fed. No matter if you understand it or not, the Lord, we don't understand the mind of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, and why he do things, but we need to have open hearts when we give to brothers and make sure that we're not giving to the wicked ultimately. But Proverbs chapter 19 verse 17, he that hath pity upon the poor lendeth unto the Lord, and that which he hath given will he pay him again. So I'm gonna go right over here to this precept before I hop into that precept. Let's see, Matthew chapter 6 and verse 1. Matthew chapter 6 and verse 1 through 4. Take heed that you do not your alms before a man to beseech them. Otherwise, ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. So just like you go into your closet and pray to the Lord, you give alms to brothers, you do it in secret. You do it privately. You don't go boasting and saying, oh, I did this and I did that. That's not the purpose of it, because ultimately you ain't going to receive nothing from the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Otherwise, ye have no reward of your Father Yahweh which is in heaven. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of man. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. So you'll see a nigga on Facebook. When I used to have Facebook, I used to always see it all the time. There'd be a nigga on Facebook. He'll take his shoes off and give it to the homeless, and he'd have his friend recording. He'll have his friend recording. He'll, make a long sentimental paragraph about how he done did something for somebody. Got the camera all in the homeless man's face because he needed some shoes. He doing his works to be seen of man. And the Lord didn't set it up that way. He don't want us to be out here, boasting of works and stuff to be seen of man. Verse 3, but when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth, that thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly. So man, we want to be rewarded openly, by, blessing brothers or, helping brothers out. And you ain't doing it to receive a blessing from the Lord. You doing it because you don't want to see your brother going through it. You know what I'm saying? I always think about this song. He said, if he can't break bread, he fake. I had one more buck on my plate. It was me and bro. We was at the store. We both got 50-cent cakes. Back in the G. And we break bread with each other. We help each other because we love each other at the end of the day. Make sacrifices for our brothers because we love each other. But let's see. Let's get into this. Or was it one more? I'm going to get one more before I get that. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 42. Give to him that asketh thee, and from him that will borrow of thee, turn not thou away. So if a brother needs something, and brother, like the scriptures say, it is better to, I forgot how the scripture go, but basically when a lion needs something, when a lion hungry, instead of just, he'll just go lay down and die. Some brothers got that spirit on them, so if a brother just like, damn, I don't want to ask nobody because it's embarrassing. So if a brother break his pride and ask you for something, and you got it, you need to break bread with your brother. or stop what you're doing to help your brother out, because obviously he needed if he coming to you in meekness and asking for it, right? Give to him that asketh thee, and from him that will borrow of thee turn not thou away. Ye have heard that it had been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thy enemy. So kind, your enemy being the people of your nation, right? Not in this sense, the people of your nation, like other Israelite brothers, that you're beefing with at the time, whatever the case may be, not no heathen like a Edomite or whatever the case may be. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. So come, man, that's coming from Yahweh Shai himself. He wasn't walking around prideful and boastful. You know what I'm saying? We don't owe you niggas nothing. You know what I'm saying? The Lord don't owe us nothing. When it come down to it, you got to take account of that. The Lord don't owe us anything. We all deserve death when it come down to it. Verse 14. So get what it says, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. So you might have a brother, he come and he might be lying. He might not actually need it. He might finna take your money and go please his woman or whatever the case may be. The Lord gonna deal with him when it come down to it. At the end of the day, he's still gonna pay you back. You know what I'm saying? If a brother come and try to despitefully use you for some money to please a woman or whatever the case may be. Verse 45, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven, for he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and send it rain on the just and on the unjust. For if you love them which love you, what reward have you? Do not even the publican the same? And if ye salute your brethren only, what do you more than others? Do not even the publican so? So man. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. So we want to sit here to be all these tough and tough guys, and what you see with some of these camps. All these camps that teach these perverse doctrines. You got Sicario over there. They passed the point of having the Edomites kiss their feet. You got the Nicolaitans, what's his name? The deacon, the Nicolaitans, he's slapping the Edomites these days. You know what I'm saying? Then he wake up and work and pay taxes or whatever the case may be. So ultimately you receive no glory, man. Because you get up and work and pay taxes anyway. You come in the spirit of meekness. Let's see. Let's see. This is the book of Tobit, chapter 1 and verse 3. I Tobit have walked all the days of my life in the way of truth and justice, and I did many alms deeds to my brethren and my nation, who came with me to Nineveh and to the land of the Assyrians. So they was captive under the land of the Assyrians, and Tobit was giving alms and blessing brothers of the nation. And by that you could by helping one of your brothers, that's righteous or whatever the case may be, you might, bring him closer to the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua, or he might despitefully use you. You see what I'm saying? But if you look on a nigga countenance and he just playing out evil, the Lord just told us don't help them at all. Don't help them. Well, Tobit, he was blessing brothers, man. He was helping brothers. He had a heavy spirit of help on him from the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua. So Tobit chapter 2 verses 2 through 8. And when I saw abundance of meat, I said to my son, go and bring what poor man soever thou shalt find out of our brethren, who is mindful of the Lord, who is mindful of the Lord, who is mindful of the Lord. And lo, I tarry for thee. So I think there was in the Feast of Fruit, the Feast of Weeks, I believe, the Feast of 7 Weeks. What was it? The Pentecost. They was in the Pentecost. So it was a whole bunch of food out. And so Tobit told Tobias, hey man, go find the poor man, whoever got the spirit of the Lord on him, who mindful of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua, follow his ways to the best of their abilities. And lo, I tarry for thee. Verse 3. But he came again and said, Father, one of our nation is strangled and is cast out in the marketplace. Then before I had tasted of any meat, I start up and took him up into the room until the going down of the sun. Then I returned and washed myself and ate my meat in heaviness, remembering that prophecy of Amos, as he said, your feast shall be turned into mournings, and all your mirth into lamentations. right? Because they was in the Pentecost. Therefore I wept, and after the going down of the sun, I went and made a grave and buried him. But my neighbors mocked me and said, this man is not yet afraid to be put to death for this matter, who fled away, and yet lo, he buried the dead again. So come, man, his neighbors was murmuring against him, like, man, why he keep helping people? Why he keep burying the dead? Ultimately, it wasn't given to you to understand. You know, it wasn't given to you to understand the spirit of help that the Lord had put on Tobit, man. You have a different lot, so they had different lots. They lot was to sit there and be murmurers, you know, scoffers, ultimately worrying about the next man. Well, you ought to worry about yourself or worry about how you can fulfill your lot and help and help the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Just fulfill your lot, man. You know, we sometimes we get in this thing and we think it's about dropping a video every 3 days or dropping a video every day. It's more than that, man. Sometimes you got to work overtime for the Lord. You know, Tobit was finna sit down and eat. You know, he been burying people all week. And once he heard what he heard, he got up and he was ready to put that overtime in the Lord, overtime in for the Lord by doing other things, by helping brothers, you know what I'm saying? Just doing what you got to do, you know, studying, whatever the case may be. You got to put that overtime in the Lord, overtime in for the Lord. It ain't always about, you know, dropping videos or what you see on the internet. You know, you got other things going on. You got plenty of naked people out there. So the Lord will make a way for you to prophesy to somebody or to teach somebody. And you might just be, all right, I'm finna wash my clothes and I'm finna just go in here and wash my clothes and get my laundry done. Then I'm finna go home, give me some wine and go to sleep. The Lord might have a naked brother there that got a spirit of the Lord on him calling on JC. And now you got to prophesy to him and teach him, you know, and light a fire in him through the words that you use, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shah. So come, man. Ultimately, his neighbors didn't understand that because they was all for selves, man. But come, Tobit chapter 4 and verse 5. My son, and this is the commandments that he was giving his son and telling his son to do. Tobit chapter 4 and verse 5. My son, be mindful of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shah all the days, and let not thy will be set to sin, or to transgress his commandments. Do uprightly all thy life long, and follow not the ways of the unrighteousness. For if thou shalt deal truly, thy doing shall prosperously succeed to thee and to all them that live justly. Give alms of thy substance, and when thou givest alms, let not thy eye be envious, neither turn thy face from any poor, and the face of Yahweh shall not be turned away from you, man. And that's the thing, man. We gotta remember these words, because the Lord will test us and saying, a brother, you got, you know what I'm saying, $100 left, you done paid all your bills for the week, and now you got $100 left, you finna blow it on something, some food or something, snacks, you know, because I ain't gonna lie, that's what I do. I like, did this and that, finna give me some snacks. You see what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. And the Lord might send a brother there for you to help. And you just got to, you know what I'm saying, you want to pass the test. You know, we ain't going to pass all of them. You know what I'm saying? And like the brother Thanyala brought out, it might be a test to see if you're going to give it, you know, if you're going to give it without having an envious eye. You know, let's see, verse 7 to give. Give alms of thy substance, and when thou givest alms, let not thy eye be envious, neither turn thy face from any poor, and the faith of Yahweh shall not be turned away from thee. If thou hast substance, give alms accordingly. If thou have but a little, be not afraid to give according to that little. So come, man, you got $100, hey, give a brother 10. You know what I'm saying? If it comes down to or whatever you can give. You see what I'm saying? Because the Lord can vary. It's nothing in the sight of the Lord to make a poor man rich. You know what I'm saying? We might be in Jacob's trouble. You know what I'm saying? You might have a brother that was, you know, he was doing his videos. You see what I'm saying? And he was doing all this and that. He prophesying and teaching and preaching, but he ain't have charity like that. So when it come down to it, Jacob's trouble, the Lord gonna be feeding him, but he ain't gonna be giving him as much as the next brother. You see what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. You might have one brother out here, he had all the charity, you know what I'm saying? He had a heavy spirit on him to help. He might be in Jacob's trouble, and the Lord might give him a lot, because the Lord know that he gonna take that lot and he gonna break bread with his brothers, man. And he gonna make sure that he feeding the Lord's sheep, and that he's protecting the Lord's sheep and constantly giving them wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. and preaching and teaching, even in perilous times. And we got to take account of those things. If thou have but a little, be not afraid to give according to that little, for thou layest up a good treasure for thyself against the day of necessity, because that alms doth deliver it from death, and suffer it not to come into darkness. So come, alms deliver it from death, man. Give it, brother. It ain't even got to be money. You see what I'm saying? It could be food. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you gave out of the kindness of your heart to help another, brother. It could be a garment. You know what I'm saying? A Bible. You see what I'm saying? The Lord see all that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord see all that. So kind. For alms is a good gift. Verse 11. For alms is a good gift unto all that give it, and in the sight of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife, which is not of thy father's tribe. For we are the children of the prophets Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my sons, that our fathers from the beginning, even they all married wives of their own kin. So that's going into another, what I didn't really have, but I had all the way to verse 17 on that. Or did I? First, I'm going to skip. Hold on. I'm going to skip all the way to verse 16. I'm going to skip to verse 15. Do that to no man which thou hatest. Drink not wine to make thee drunken, neither let drunkenness go with thee in thy journey. Give of thy bread to the hungry, and of thy garments to them that are naked, and according to thy abundance give alms, right? And let not thy eye be envious. When thou givest alms, pour out thy bread, and the salakia on the burial of the just, which give nothing to the wicked. But give nothing to the wicked. So the Lord told us to not give to the wicked. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I see an Edomite, I'm not giving them nothing. Because I don't help Edomites. I ain't gonna lie to you. But if it come down to, if I see a brother going through it or whatever the case may be, I help a brother. But Edomite, I think, would you help me in in the 1600s? You see me out there starving with my wife. You probably been added affliction to my bonds and killed me, took my children and my wife. You know what I'm saying? You never know what these damn devils that be on the street half the time. They just be smoking crack and all that other stuff or whatever the case may be. But when it comes to our brothers and our nation, man, we gotta help our people, or the ones that not wicked, because you got 2/3 of our people just wicked. You know what I'm saying? A nigga spend his last on some weed, and then he'll be going through it for the week, and then you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even say no weed. And nigga spend his last on something or whatever the case may be, and he just be going through it. And then now he'll come ask you for some money, but instead of sacrificing what he had, you see what I'm saying? What he had to do, he'll just keep going, and then he'll come ask brothers for alms, and the Lord see all that, or whatever the case may be, or whatever wicked thing thing that brothers addicted to, or you know what I'm saying, however it go. But let's see, what was we? Verse 21, and fear not, my son, that we are made poor, for thou hast much wealth, if thou fear Yahweh and depart from all sin, and do that which is pleasing in his sight. So man, if you please, it don't matter if you rich or poor. It's nothing for the Lord to make a poor man rich. It says in Revelation chapter 2:9, I know thy works, tribulation and poverty, but we rich, because we go out there, we prophesy, we preach, and we teach. We do these videos, we do these lessons. We put in overtime for the Lord. We teach men on the highways and byways. We do what we got to do, to get our daily, and ultimately the Lord gonna give us our daily bread anyways. So it really don't matter, But let's see. Let's see. This is Tobit chapter 12, starting at verse 7. It is good to keep close the secret of a king, but it is honorable to reveal the works of Yahweh. Do that which is good, and no evil shall touch you. Prayer is good with fasting and alms and righteousness. A little with righteousness is better than much with unrighteousness. It is better to give alms than to lay up gold. So come, man. You have all our people here. They have billions, millions, and millions of dollars. You see what I'm saying? And you got a rapper that come from a certain hood. He got millions of dollars, but you go to that hood, it's poverty there. You know, or whatever the case may be, it's poverty there. And then you go on the social media, they got all this designer trying to be the flies and try to set themselves up as an idol when they could have took that same money and opened up plenty of stores, you know, and basically open up plenty of stores and employed their brothers or whatever the case may be, instead of just putting them out there on the street to sell crack or whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying? But let's see. Verse 9, for alms doth deliver from death, and shall purge away all sins. Those that exercise alms and righteousness shall be filled with life. But they that sin are enemies to their own self. So man, you give alms and what it says, you give alms and righteousness shall be filled with life. You purge away all sins by, by blessing a brother and helping a brother in truth and sincerity, doing it in spirit of meekness, because you love your brother, number one, because you want to please the Lord. You don't want to upset the Lord, and the Lord see what you got. And because the Lord can ultimately take everything from you, man. Ultimately. I'm going to go over here. Tobit chapter 14 and verse 10. Verse 9, but keep thou the law of the commandments, and show thyself merciful and just, that it may go well with thee, and bury me decently, and thy mother with me, but tarry no longer at Nineveh. Remember, my son, how Ammon handled I can't pronounce that, Archias, I don't know, and brought him up, how out of light he brought him into darkness. So Tobit was telling his son to move out of Nineveh because it's finna be destroyed. But he said, remember, my son, how Ammon handled Archias and brought him up, how out of light he brought him into darkness, and how he rewarded him again. So man, the Lord, he can bring us down, and he can bring us into hell, and he can bring us up again, man. The Lord, he can take you there. So you have a brother in this truth going through it. The Lord will take him through it for 7 years, you know what I'm saying? Or for a set amount of time. And then the Lord can bring that brother right back in the fold if it come down to it. It's not really up to us. The Lord, he bring us down to hell, and he bring us up again. Or he can send you to the left, and he can make you go far left. He can make you, you know what I'm saying, brother can be in his truth. And next thing you know, he in Hollywood doing some all type of wickedness or whatever the case may be. But God, man, ultimately we fear the Lord, and we prove all things in the sight of the Lord, so he can lift us up. Okay, let's see. It's gonna be the last precepts. Sirach chapter 12 and verse 4. Give to the godly man, and help not the sinner. So do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread, and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby. For else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto him. So if the Lord is taking a man through it, and the Lord put a spirit on you not to help a brother, because help a nigga, the ungodly, you just gotta have discernment in these type of things, on knowing who to help and who not to help. Because if you help the wrong man, the Lord gonna take you through it, and he gonna take your money or whatever, your substance, from you, because you don't know how to handle it. You just gonna bless somebody that don't need to be blessed. You see what I'm saying? The Lord got him walking on the way. That nigga could have been doing all type of things in his past life, and the Lord say, all right, well, this is gonna be your judgment. You're gonna be going through it, and nobody gonna help you. And then he come trying to help him, and when the Lord ain't set it up that way, man. So man, that was a lesson. I pray that was edifying. Have charity and help brothers out, and we as brothers, we sat here to build each other up and not tear each other down. So with that, I want to say, Kal Halayim La, Alahayin Nawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and the elect elders of Israel that rule well, the ones that got the spirit of the Lord on them, And salutation to the 144,000 brethren that's pushing this truth across the four winds. Lord willing, I'm of that number, man. Shalom.